A mother is walking at the park when from a distance, she sees her son kissing a woman. She records everything while thinking that her son is shameless because his wife is at home and he is in the park kissing another woman. And she knows that's not what she taught him, but he'll get what he deserves. Meanwhile, the couple of lovers are together, and the woman interrupts everything to question whether he will keep meeting her secretly, or if he will take her on soon. But the man has no intention of assuming her, because according to him, their relationship is already great. And the woman is suspicious of this, thinking that he is married, but the man denies being married. Meanwhile, the woman is at home when she hears the doorbell, and when she answers the door, she finds out it is her mother-in-law and they both greet each other with a hug and full of excitement. The mother-in-law says that she was passing by and that's why she decided to see her, and to see her granddaughter as well. And the daughter-in-law explains that her daughter has just gone to bed, but the mother-in-law says she can wait for her granddaughter to wake up since she doesn't have to work. Then she sits down on the couch and asks how she is doing. The daughter-in-law says that she is in a hurry, taking care of her daughter in the house, and that she is very tired lately, but then asks if she would like some coffee. But the mother-in-law asks her daughter-in-law to sit next to her. Then the mother-in-law takes the moment to say that she thinks the daughter-in-law is devoting too much of her own time to the house, that she thinks she does a perfect job with her husband and daughter. And the daughter-in-law is very happy to hear all that, because she knows that only another woman can understand what she goes through. And the mother-in-law says that only another woman who has been through this can give her advice, so she says that everything is wrong and that she can't live all the time cleaning, ironing, washing and cooking. She says that her life is passing by, that she is a mother, a wife and a housewife, and she needs to learn to differentiate between these things. And the daughter-in-law says that it is not easy being a mother, a housewife and a wife, and that all this is not an easy task. But the mother-in-law understands her, because once she was the same age as the daughter-in-law, and when she married her husband, she thought the same way, and as time went by, she realized that it was not worth living like that. Because we are human beings, and the mother-in-law knows that her son fell in love with her daughter-in-law for some reason, and she is sure that when they started dating, she used to take better care of herself, that she dressed up more. But now she is living only for the house and daughter. The mother-in-law makes it clear that she is not lecturing her or saying that she is not taking good care of her daughter, but that she is only asking her daughter-in-law to take more care of herself. The daughter-in-law understands that this is true, because in the beginning, she used to take care of herself, she liked to do her hair, nails and eyebrows. But after she had her daughter, she ended up neglecting herself, and even gained a few pounds. She says it is very complicated and she has no vanity anymore. But the mother-in-law is not there just to give her a shock of reality, but to help her too, because she knows that we always think that none of the money in the house can be used for ourselves, so she has a proposal to make to her daughter-in-law. She wants the daughter-in-law to take the whole afternoon off, and gives her card, saying that the daughter-in-law doesn't have to feel sorry for spending, that she can do her nails, fix her hair. Saying that she can get dressed up and surprise her husband. The daughter-in-law can't believe her mother-in-law's act of kindness, claiming that not even in her wildest dreams she would imagine having a mother-in-law like her, feeling very grateful for everything she is doing. The mother-in-law hurries her daughter-in-law to get ready, but the woman can't leave her daughter alone at home. But the mother-in-law says that she can rest assured that she is not useless and can look after her own granddaughter, because she loves her very much. She snatches all the cleaning utensils out of her daughter-in-law's hands, ordering her to hurry up and take the day off just for her. And the mother-in-law complains to herself that while her daughter-in-law is working her ass off, her son is with other women on the street, and she just wants to wait for her husband to arrive soon. After a few hours, the son comes home and is very happy to see his mother, but asks what she is doing there. And the mother asks if she needs to warn him before going to her own son's house. He hugs her, claiming that it's her house and she can go whenever she wants. Then the mother takes the opportunity to tell him to sit down, so that they can have a chat. She asks him how his life is, and he answers that it's the same as always, that he leaves home to work, and goes home from work. She doesn't say anything for a few seconds, and suddenly starts yelling at her son, asking if he has no shame in his face, lying to his own mother. He doesn't understand, claiming she's scaring him, and asks if she is going crazy. And the mother tells him never to call her crazy again, and questions where he was 10 minutes ago, and he lies that he was working. The mother then reveals that she knows he was kissing a girl in the park, and that she saw it with her own eyes. In desperation, he starts to justify himself, claiming that it wasn't him there and that his mother must be mistaken. But he didn't expect that his mother would have video evidence showing that he was indeed cheating on his wife with some girl in the park, and his mother asks him to explain this. And she asks what he would do if he had seen his own father cheating on his mother, and what he would do if he walked down the street and found his own father kissing another woman, what would be his reaction? And the man answers that his father would never do that, and that if he did, he would never accept that his father would cheat on her. Then his mother gets to the point she wants, because then his mother can't be cheated on, but his daughter's mother can, and asks what math he is doing, because it doesn't add up. She scolds him, claiming that this is not what his parents taught him, that they taught him that when he got married, he should take care of his family. And the man tries to justify himself, claiming that his wife is no longer taking care of herself, and that he has his needs and it's a matter of attraction, since his wife doesn't take care of herself or dresses well. But the mother only finds what he is saying funny. Then she takes advantage of the moment to ask her son some questions. First, she asks him if he has ever come home and had anything dirty, and gets a negative answer. She also asks if he has ever held his daughter in his arms and she had a bad smell, and he also answers no. And she asks if he ever came home and there was no food on the table for him, or if he ever put on a shirt and there was no ironing, and he answers no to both questions. Then the mother says that his wife has no time for herself exactly because she does everything at home, while the man is out cheating on his wife with other women. She blames him for not doing anything to encourage his wife, that he doesn't give her his credit card to go to the salon to take care of herself, that he has never even tried to enroll his wife in a gym, to encourage her to get back the body she had before. His wife is a lonely person because of him, because men think that they work too much and their wives do nothing at home, but that he should stay at home for a day, so he would understand how things are. The son seems very regretful after all the lecture he got from his mother, and claims that she is right about everything, so he wonders where his wife is. Then the mother lies, saying that she helped his wife pack her bags and find a new husband, and now she's gone, that she called her a cab and told her to be happy. And the man gets desperate, not believing that his mother did such a thing to him, and gets angry because his mother went straight to tell the truth to his wife. But the mother reveals the truth right away, saying that she didn't tell the truth to her daughter-in-law, but rather that she gave her an afternoon off, because that's what she deserved after working so hard at home. And she says that she would never tell her daughter-in-law about the betrayal, because the one who must tell her is her own husband, that he has to take responsibility for his own actions. And he says that this is the kind of thing that people shouldn't talk about, but his mother says that this is the kind of thing that men do. She scolds him, claiming that this is not what she taught him, and that she is giving him this lecture so that he can reflect on his own life, because the same role that the woman has of faithfulness with the man should have with the woman. She is trying to counsel her son so that he can reflect. Because if one day his wife ends up leaving him, it won't do him any good to cry over spilled milk, because he will never find a woman like her who has built a family with him. And the wife says she will wait for her daughter-in-law to arrive, but in the meantime, she will go see her granddaughter, leaving her son reflecting on the couch. After a while, the wife comes home all dressed up, and leaves her husband surprised, who soon compliments her. She says that it was her mother-in-law who gave her everything as a gift, and the husband says that his mother is wonderful and that they need to go out to celebrate. And the wife says that would be great, and asks if his mother could stay with their daughter. The husband thinks so, but first he would like to talk to his wife about something, and she says he can talk. Before telling her the truth, he promises that it will never happen again, and reveals that he cheated on her. Just the mention of it makes his wife very angry, and she asks him how he could do this. He tries to justify himself, arguing that it was a small slip and that he was out of place, but promises that he will not do it again, and asks for a second chance. He says that he will do everything for their family to continue being happy as it should be. But the wife is still very hurt by everything, because she took care of their family the whole time, that she took care of their house, their daughter, and even her husband, that she left his clothes ironed and food ready every day, but still her husband had the courage to betray her. He tells her that they both can overcome this together, and asks for a chance, begging her not to end everything between them. But the wife begins to cry from so much hurt and sadness, because she never expected her husband to do this to her. That woman had dedicated her whole life to their marriage, and he still had the courage to do what he did to her. Then she tells him that she will take her daughter and leave the house, and that he will never see them again. The man is in despair when he hears this, and begins to beg his wife for forgiveness, asking her not to leave him. He cries as he declares himself to his wife. But the woman says that he should have thought of this before, that now he can forget she exists, and she says she is leaving, that he will never see her or his daughter again. Then his mother shows up asking him what happened. And the son blames his mother, because he confessed to his wife the truth and she left. And the mother says that she left because her heart is hurting, but that doesn't mean she won't come back. She asks her son to imagine if it were the other way around. And the man continues to insist to his mother, claiming that he doesn't want his wife to leave, that he wants her home with him. The mother calls him a spoiled child, and tells him to pay attention, because his wife's pride is hurt, and that he needs to let her think things over, and when she returns, they can have a heart-to-heart talk. The mother knows that she will come back, and that she will forgive him, but asks her son not to make the mistake again, because there is nothing worse than this. She says that he needs to promise to himself that he will never make this mistake again, and he promises to his mother. But she says that he doesn't have to promise it to his mother, he must promise it to himself, and the man promises with all the conviction in him. Then the mother hugs her son, saying that everything will be all right. Do you think the mother did the right thing?